the Jimenez JA-22. Let's check it out. A few months ago I did a review on the Jimenez JA-22, and during that review I mentioned that I had never shot a Jimenez JA-22. So the guys at Jimenez got in touch with me and they said, we want to send you a pistol for you to do a review. Now they're not paying me to do this review, and my findings of this pistol are going to be portrayed in this video. Good, bad, or ugly. The Jimenez Arms JA-22. This is a really inexpensive 22 little pistol. In fact, this pistol typically runs around the $139 and sometimes down to the $110 range for a pistol. Now, a little bit of history about these pistols is the original designer, George Jennings, who founded Raven Arms back in the late 60s, early 70s, in response to the National Firearms Act, which limited very small pistols from being imported into the country, and really to do away with the Saturday night specials. And then so the Ring of Fire companies, as named by the ATF, they started producing some Zamac framed pistols. Very easy to produce, very inexpensive. In fact, it's a zinc alloy. And that's what this pistol is. It's not super durable. It is made as a small, inexpensive pistol really for the masses, for people that just can't afford anything else. In 1978, Bruce Jennings, the son of George Jennings, started Brico Arms. And in 2003, because of a negligent discharge from a teenager that shot a young boy, there was a lawsuit and a $24 million settlement was made, and so Brico Arms went out of business. From that, Paul Jimenez in 2004 bought Brico Arms and began Jimenez Arms. They make 6 different models. In fact, it's this JA-22, the JA-25, JA-32, JA-380, and 2 models of a 9mm. Now, one of the big things about these pistols, and I've read a number of different articles about them, different reviews, there's a lot of controversy about specifically the functioning of these pistols. Now, before I get into that too much, I want to talk a little bit about the original Jennings JA-22. You guys know I've done a review, if you watch the channel, done a review on this a few months ago, and it was called Bittersweet. The Jennings JA-22, exact same pistol, pretty much. I mean, there's a few refinements that Jimenez made on these, but I'll tell you guys, I have owned this pistol since the early 90s, late 80s, and you know, it just functions when I put frog lube in it and when I use CCI Mini-Mags. CCI Mini-Mags are one of those rounds that just typically seem to feed, and I even tried to get this to malfunction, and it just fed. I don't know, I can't get it to jam now. Same thing with this little JA-22. I have, for this review, shot over 400 rounds through this pistol. Just didn't have any malfunctions from the pistol. There were a couple of things that I did have. One time I had my hand up and I knew it. When I had my hand on the frame, or I mean on the slide, and it slowed it down just enough to cause a slight malfunction. But other than that, I have not had any malfunctions with this pistol. So, you know, but there are other people that have. And I've seen some of these reviews where a lot of people are shooting bulk ammunition. And guys, it's just, unless you just have you've really buffed this thing up and made it slick, you're going to have some issues typically, especially hollow points. I'll just recommend that you do not use hollow points for this pistol. Now, even for 22, it's just the shape of the bullet. The CCI Mini-Mags are solid, copper washed, and they just work well in this. I can't speak for all the JA-22s out on the market or the JA-22s, but I can speak for this one. And guys, I just did not have any problems with this pistol. One of the things you'll want to do though, if you do purchase one of these or if you have one, is to make sure that you break it in very well. Shoot, at least 100 rounds through this pistol. That'll take care of any of the manufacturing imperfections typically, because these are made very inexpensively, and the manufacturing process is just as minimal as they can to keep the price down. First thing we're going to do is make sure the gun isn't loaded. We're going to remove the magazine. You noticed right here the heel magazine release. It retains the magazine in place. We're going to check to make sure the gun isn't loaded, and it is. One of the things that you'll notice though is that if the safety is on, which this safety is on, and you pull the slide back, it's not going to come back quite far enough to enter around. You have to actually disengage the safety, and then you can hear the striker cock. Then you'll also see immediately this little orange little nub that comes out the back, and this is the striker indicator. And that means that the striker has been cocked. It is a striker fire pistol. It is a blowback design with an extractor. Typically blowbacks will just blow the round right out from the pressures of the gas, but this does have a little small extractor built into the slide. The safety right here, very positive even though it's very small. Total pistol is 5 inches in length, 3 1/4 inches in height, about just over 3/4 of an inch in width. In fact, I think it's 0.875 inches in total width. Very slim, very trim pistol. The sights themselves are pretty low profile. It's made to be snag free. It's made to be a small little pocket pistol, and that's what it was designed for. There is no magazine disconnect safety. So if the magazine is out, the gun will still fire. It does not have a last round hold open. If the magazine's inserted, it will not hold open. It does come with 2 steel 6-round magazines. The magazine seems to insert really easily. Bring the pistol back, and of course, you've got it cocked. As far as trigger pull goes, I tested it a number of times, and it was coming in between the 7 and 8 pound mark. But because it's so short, it's really not bad at all. I mean, it clicks very well. At the range, you don't even notice it. And it does have a fixed barrel to the frame. And one of the things about a fixed barrel to the frame, even with a small pistol like this, allows for really good accuracy. And these pistols are pretty accurate. You can say what you want about the JA-22, but inaccurate is not one of those words. It's a pretty good group. 7 yards using CCI Mini-Mags. And easy-to-see-targets.com. Disassembly of the pistol is pretty easy. We're going to remove the magazine, make sure the gun isn't loaded. It needs to be in the uncocked position to disassemble. Right here is a little catch. This actually holds the frame and the slide together. Bring it back just a little bit, and then you can lift up, and it disengages this little hook. And then you bring the slide just right off. You can pull out your catch, the spring, and your striker, and then just pull off your recoil spring. Now the striker indicator is just a small little sleeve that goes over the striker. One of the things about this is it's not necessary to function the pistol, but it is nice to have. But that does not mean that the gun is loaded. It just means that the striker is in the rear position. To reassemble, place in your striker and your firing pin spring. Get your recoil spring into place. Slide it in. Just with the slide a little bit above, bring that in, and it should just close down like that. It's really simple and a little bit different, but definitely pretty simple to do. This is the black version. It does come in a chrome finish, which is pretty shiny and bright with black grips, and then it has alternates of those. It has the chrome frame with a black slide, chrome slide with a black frame, just different variations of the same kind of deal. Just gives you a few options to decide on. Now, it is made in the USA, and one of the cool things about this pistol is that it has a lifetime guarantee or warranty with the original purchaser. Also, if you need any parts for your pistol, Jimenez has them, and they even have a price list here with all the different parts. The JA-22 comes in a small little cardboard box. Of course, you have your paperwork with the owner's manual included. The pistol comes with the gun lock already installed and a couple of small keys, and it just locks into place, and then you just turn it and it pops open. Of course, you get your extra magazine as well. Now we're going to talk about a couple of pros and cons about this little pistol. For one thing, it's very inexpensive, so it fits a lot of different budgets. It looks pretty decent. It has nice little clean lines to it. Very pleasing. It is super compact. And again, it's very accurate. As far as the cons go, you know, it can be ammo finicky. With 22 really starting to come back, that shouldn't be a problem. In fact, CCI Mini-Mags seem to be as plentiful as about anything. And I would highly recommend you sticking with CCI Mini-Mags with this pistol. It'll make your range day a heck of a lot better. The safety, you know, can engage if you're not careful. In fact, a few times I actually engaged the safety while I was getting ready to shoot. But really, this pistol just functioned. If you buy one of these, and I've seen some people say, well, I've spent money as a paperweight, send it back to Jimenez Arms, and you know, you have a guarantee they'll take care of it, or you can order extra parts. Keeping this pistol clean is important. It's just important to make sure that everything is functioning right. So after at least a couple of hundred rounds, make sure you keep it clean. I mean, 22 long rifle is notorious for being dirty as it is. And so cleaning this, and again guys, with any of these small pistols, I definitely recommend Frog Lube. It just seems to really work well with the small pistols. Now, as a disclaimer, I did not use Frog Lube at all on this pistol. I took it out as it was. In fact, I haven't cleaned it, I haven't lubed it, I haven't done anything but just shot it. And with the CCI Mini-Mags, it just functioned extremely well. Your mileage may vary, as my buddy Nothing Fancy says, but as far as my mileage, I found this pistol to be a lot of fun. It was great at the range, it was accurate, and with 22, it was just a lot of fun. The recoil on this thing is about nil, so just excellent. Now, would I consider this to be a suitable everyday carry or a self-defense pistol? Guys, I will never recommend 22 long rifle as far as a suitable self-defense round. But again, guys, I'm not recommending it, but if this is all you have, then by all means, you know, use what you've got. The original deal with Jimenez is when the review was done, I was going to send the pistol back. But I got in touch with them and I said, guys, I want to purchase this pistol. And so this is my personal JA-22. And one of the things about any pistol that I own is it has to be reliable and it has to be accurate. CCI Mini-Mags, they rock. Been using them for about 20 years. And I want to thank Federal Premium for sending these really high quality 22 rounds. Is it a Glock? Is it an HK? No. But for the price, it does exactly what Jimenez says. So because of that, I'm going to give the JA-22 a big thumbs way up. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. So that indicates that the safe that okay. You can say what you want about the Jimenez JA-22. You can say what you want about the Jimenez. You can say what you want about the Jimenez. The striker.
Say hello to my little friend.
Okay, maybe not the gun Batman would carry, but the music sure does go with it.